This is Prehistoric Plays Prehistoric Planet Pack number 11, Host Demolior. Alright, so here, let's get started here. So, in the last episode, we demolished Demolior, and he is currently in multiple pieces here, and we're going to go and try and get those pieces in the next few episodes. That's the point of this next little bit of series here, is to get out there and make a recyclable rocketry set for this new bit of asteroid that's left over. All right, stereoscope has been found. It's right there, and we need to put that thing on a pedestal. So in furniture, we have a pedestal, and why not a chrome pedestal? No, bionic pedestal. Right here looks great. Quickly change my priorities back like over to 8. And then we're gonna choose a blueprint here. Ooh, we got some Paku and a nutrient bar. We got 19 dupes. Harold is pretty darn strong. Paku gives us food. I'm gonna go with Harold. Oh, you got a bunch of things going on. We also need to take a look at our duplicants because we have not paid much attention to them. You are for digging. Can't sort by hat. Why can't we sort by hat, Clay? Frankie is our griller and is really good at grilling. He's gonna stay that way. Harold seems to like strength, so we're gonna give out some strength here. Maya, research. Max is research. We're gonna leave him just the way he is. You're good the way you are. Same. So I guess now we have 3 researches. 3 researchers. Fun. That's a lot of researchers. These guys are good. Frankie's good. We should definitely get some more boosters. Devin is right at his limit. Chip can't do anything else. Bonnie, she can do art. Tinkering. We'll get her tinkering. And then, there was somebody who wanted to do grilling. Frankie? It's just Frankie, huh? Ada wants to do grilling, so we now we'll have 2 grillers. I'm okay with that. 2 grillers. Okay, so we got a few bit of problems right now. The problem is that we need to find a way to power this aqua tuner. A quick way I can think is to turn this into a room, and so that instead of generating 800, I'm generating 1200. So let's deconstruct this and make this a room so that we can power this up. So, huzzah! The next bit is that this isn't going to run for a little bit, so let's put this on one line and not and have this aqua tuner do the work of cooling this down until this is ready. Because right now it's not ready. So, what's the way it rotates? So this goes out, it'll go out into here. And then we're gonna go out this way. Hey, look, it's already pre-filled. That way we get this working and cooling our air. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but our air is very warm in here. It's very, very warm. And we've not done a very good job of cooling this down. And stuff is starting to stifle. All right, we'll get this working, and then we'll get these all set up here. See, quick little room. We'll get these engineering. I don't know if there's a way to make this a room. Because a battery is going to be 2 spots. This might just have to chill here, although that's a big loss of power in my opinion. Oh well. Oh. I see a room for a loop here, so we're gonna push this closed. There we go. Might need a drip or 2. Okay, there's a little bit of stoppage, but otherwise it's fine. All right, one more piece. In utilities, we got temp shift plate. We're just going to use a piece of gold here and just one right in the middle. This should be able to run once these get turned on here. This isn't running very well because we're constantly running out of bleach stone. So I'm going to turn one of these off, and then this will run at a lower rate. We're going to put it at a 7 because I want to run these harder. This isn't a room, so we need to make this into a room. So I'm going to put... Oh, actually, we're going to do it this way. I'm just going to put a door right here. And we'll remove the door from here. And put power here. We've got research that we also have to do. So once this research completes, I believe we're trying to do bioengineering here. Once this research gets the rad bolts it needs to complete. Why'd you walk away? Sleepy time. He literally dropped the metal ore for that. Right there. Hey, do this door. Okay, this should be able to shoot through there and hit that target. Now these are in the right area, but we still need to copy the settings across. So 5 water geysers. That'll put out the water at 195. We need bleach stone. We don't have any, but so there's some right here. We're gonna just open up a little spot and dig on in. I'm gonna do the same right here. we can get in here. Where else can I grab a bit of bleach stone? There's a little bit up right here. Yay, these are completely set up and Lura seeds are being grown. This is a nice little spot here. We can feed Paku Lura seeds now. I actually don't care that we do that. A fish feeder. Hey, we also have a Phlox who's satisfied. He's got all of the little pike apples he could ever want. I don't know what's going on here with this. Let's turn this into a regular tile. This needs to get turned into sweat corns. Because we have way too many sweat corn stalks. Oh. Mimicabun. We're going to uproot these, and then we're going to use Mimica buds instead here. Great. Now we're going to have all of the sweat corn we could possibly want out of this one. That's great. That one's a good one. We are still looking for good bleach stone. He's alone. Why? Oh, because this is also below that number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this wants 6, I think. Yep, great. Are you starving? Nah, you're elderly. And you're happy. We're gonna let this out. Maybe. I'm gonna let this out, and so it can go and drain into here. Am I gonna break this? I don't know. We also have a lot of bleach stone in this little bit right here. Each one of these is 400. Do. All right, well, that'll give us a bit of bleach stone once this gets done here. Can somebody get that? Next thing I want to do is I really want to clean this out here. The sand and stuff, I would really like to get this into some storage bins. Really like to get this into some storage bins so that it's out of there, because this is all mass that is going to keep this sand at 69 degrees. We want this room to be as empty as possible. I know I haven't gone into it with removing carbon dioxide out of the area, and that maybe that's something that in the future we're going to have a problem with. Oh. I'm gonna sweep this whole area out here. Now we got a bit of bleach stone here. This should allow us to have our data remaining nice, great. These basically sip the bleach stone. They don't use a lot of bleach stone at all, but you need to get that initial investment. Choose a blueprint. Oh man, we just got a cook too. I guess we're gonna have an overgrowth seed. Are we missing beds? We're missing 2 beds. What I'm doing here is we're going to build some more bedrooms. Bedrooms are amazing for our duplicants, and I'm trying to get them put together in a spot where they're all together instead of being mushed down here in this one spot here. Okie dokie. This little Rex here, he's been told to go somewhere else, so Rex baby. Oh, nope. Maximum 5 critters? But we need to bring them here. I know I was relocating something important here. A bunch of dartles. Colony has achieved a new achievement. No place like home. Sweet. All right, they're doing great. Look how much they've cleaned out of here. Botanical analyzer is done. Let's analyze some botanics. Which means we don't have any research going. So the next thing that I want to work on is what we want to do is we want to establish a sustainable Demolior retrieval system. And what that's going to require is I want to do a dupless too. It's going to require high velocity destruction so that we can grab the materials. It's just really far out there. It's going to be really hard to get because that means we need to get orbital collection research, which means we need to get the research we already have it, and we have the pod to make it, which means we need to find petroleum or biodiesel to make plastic with. We're already started a little bit on that, but we haven't finished it yet. So we need this line here. We also need robotic tools so that we can get a robot module here. I was going to try and do it with a steam engine because a steam engine should allow us to have the cargo containers, the cargo bays that we need to get it. So we need to research all this basically. This here, and liquid cargo tanks here. So I think it's kind of time to break into break into getting orbital research going. Let's start this. This will finish off this research. Then we'll get robotic tools. Up in the sky, we need to set up a rocket platform and head off and do some plastic research. We can either use carbon dioxide or we can use steam. And since I don't have a great source of carbon dioxide, I guess we could use this, but this would take forever. And we've been using the skimmer to siphon that off. So we don't really have great carbon dioxide. I guess in here we have a lot of carbon dioxide we could use. But that's all the way at the bottom of the map. So I was thinking maybe steam. We could do something great with super hot materials and make a steam room, and the steam room will help our steam rocket. Yada yada yada. It'll go forward. It'll continue forward and we'll do what we need to do. So I'm going to just use this right here as our platform. You need to make it as something like a ceramic so that it doesn't overheat. But then this stuff can be smaller. I want to make a room under here be filled with well, okay. So a room like this, we're going to fill this room with steam, and the steam that comes off of the rocket is going to heat the heat and steam that comes off this rocket is going to heat what's in here, and then we can just use this. We can directly use this material to fuel the rocket's next flight. Yeah, does that make sense? So in here we'll just get it all set up. And we'll have ventilation. We'll have a gas pump that's made out of steel. It actually should be made out of iridium, because that will make sure that it will never overheat. Automation. We want a pressure or an atmos sensor because we don't want to be using anything over pressure. And then on the other side, we want plumbing, and we're going to use just a little bit of this. Going to set a pipe here, and then we're going to use a liquid sensor to close this. That way, it doesn't. I may not have it reach it. There it is. Hydro sensor. We'll keep the hydro sensor here, and if it doesn't detect anything for a second, then it's going to drip a little bit of water in here, as long as the pressure isn't over the top. So automation, an AND gate. So if the water isn't high enough, like if we're detecting that there is water in here or that there's not water in here, and the pressure's high enough, then it's gonna run this, and then it's gonna run that. We might need to come in here and add different automation. I think my automation might be incorrect. Okay, so and igneous rock, this is just going to come up here into our steam rocket. So we're going to have a new rocket, steam engine. We can't make a steam engine yet. Oh yeah, these are blocking it. steam engine. And it can be made out of whatever. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess we have to fix all of these. Harold, can you get up and over that? Yep, they can. Okay. Looks like we got some backing issues here, so let's drywall this in. We'll drywall it with fresh white. If the temperature is, one of these has to be a NOT gate. I think I can do it with the hydro sensor. But maybe I should put in a NOT gate right here and just have our automation handy just in case. We'll do it we'll just have it here. Just in case. So now we have unloaders, and we can start unloading our rocket whenever we have stuff in it. This requires power. Send a green signal if it's above, say, 1,000 grams. Green signal, yes. It's above 1,000 grams. It's kind of like a NOT. We want NOT here, right? And then send it if it's above 500 kilograms. Like, how about 10 kilograms? Below means this isn't going... This is automated, but I need it above. Oh, no, if it's below. We want it below. Means go. Just like that. Under pressure and underwater means go. Bit of work still to do here. We're not going to be making our ladder sections out of ceramic. That was just for these two. Okay, now we have our rocket. So the next thing that we want to do is we're just going to do a simple, super simple rocket with the intent that we're just going to do some research inside of it. So we're going to build this rocket just like that. Ventilation, or the vents for this are off to the side, so we need to move this over here to the side here. Yeah, we asked for ceramic, but I don't think that we're not going to get it. That's granite. It's whatever. We want to sweep everything out of here. That way it's clean. There's nothing in here that's going to mess with our stuff. New printables are available, so let's print something up. Here's another Phlox Flan. And then we can also put our... Oh, we have warm coats to give away. Oh, geez. Where did it go? I know I walked by it. Stereoscope. Because this thing is unreachable. Deconstruct that, and then grab it. Research is complete. We are ready to go. Let's do robotic tools. The next thing that I want to get done is... Looks like your power is going pretty great. This is kind of leaking. So another thing we need to do is get that second aqua tuner in place. And change that pipe. Please tell me I didn't do that up here. Doesn't look like I did. Insulated pipe, great. How's this doing? Let's take a look at our cooling. Whoa! We got some nice cool air going on, and how's the rest of the base starting to look? A little cooler. We're not 60s, and we're not like straight 60s anymore, although it's not wonderful. What's the air look like coming out of here? 24, 22, 24. Hey, I'm happy with that. This is going to just keep our oxygen and everything else a little bit cooler than normal. These are going to keep our power up for a long time. See, we're generating more power here. I feel like I can just deconstruct this and then maybe let this stuff drip out. This is geotuned, but we still have 12 cycles before we have any effectivity on this. The carbon dioxide is a problem. We need to do something about the carbon dioxide that's in here. So maybe we do some ventilation work on it and put in a pump here and try and suck out as much as possible. We also want to make sure that there's automation going on in here. And I'm just gonna like element sensor. Gas element sensor that will set it up so that whenever we need this, it'll pull out the nasties in the room. And I guess we're just looking for unbreathable carbon dioxide. That should start pulling out everything into the room, or pulling everything that's in these two rooms and just dumping it out here. Perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. It'll make its way out of here. Yes, we can allow an airflow tile right here. We also dug this up, so time to mop all that. That should let most of this stuff out of here. This is all liquid water or salt water right here. It's nice. Should allow the steam turbines to help cool themselves off. Because the plumbing is going to be right around here. Boop, 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 boop. Why isn't it rotating? Why do we not have rotato? Do. It can't put one here. No, that's not what I want. It cannot put one here. Out into here. What I want is out here without messing this up. I need a green right here, otherwise it's not going to do anything. It'll be fine. The pipe is blocked. We're gonna let this out until we see it start moving again. Yeah, great. Now this can cool. Hey, stop. We almost melted it. Okay, well, it's doing its thing. There's just little bits of little grams of water here. It'll add up to something, but it's not going to be a whole lot. What do we got? 12 cycles? I don't know if we're going to get there this episode, sadly. What's our air looking like? Oh, look, it's starting to spread. Starting to chill down this place. See how simple one of these little boxes is? It's just cool heat. And if you've got microchips, it's not perfect. Or I'm sorry. If you have microchips, then you're really close to power positive on this. Like, you could get better, but you're draining the heat from your surroundings. Or in the case of this room right here, we make one of those little boxes here, and suddenly the whole base or the whole area is going to be looking really nice. And it'll all this brine and stuff will freeze and stuff. But right now it's not freezing because these guys are warm. He's starving. He's groomed and happy. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also need to break in here and grab this puffed and let him experience oxygen and chlorine and not carbon dioxide. Don't know how this carbon dioxide got in here, but it is. Yeah, so let's break in here and get this guy. Hopefully we'll put him in a room where he can breathe chlorine, and then he'll make us a squeaky puffed, and then we'll have a squeaky puffed. This is geotuned here. It's going to put up 20C, so this is going to get rather warm and not very great. But it's going to put out a significant amount of chlorine for us. Need to worry about temperature. Temperatures are mid-game boss. Dewdropper and doesn't drop seeds, but as decor. Our next blueprint, a bonbon tree seed sounds like what I want. Wow, 2 skills, huh? That's cool. Rarely ever see a 2-skill dupe. So a bonbon tree can get us the bonbon tree can get us some nectar, and that gives us some really good stuff. So let's put we also need light. So I don't know where we're going to be able to put this, where he's going to also have the light he needs to live. Because I'm not going to pay for it. What's the ambient light out here? Light? It's not even 10K. Although, it's that. Let's see, how much lux is that? 1,000, 1,900. You could, in theory, just plant it out here and then put a cold area out there. Oh, that iridium is like right there. We're gonna go grab that. If you're... Oh, yep, you're just gonna keep sucking until there's nothing to do. This little bit of regolith here will serve as a transfer medium for all this stuff here. It's just accepting this. That's so weird. We need to get steam in here. I'm just trying to find ways up and around, because there's all this material here that we can just dig, right? So I'm just trying to make paths so that they can get up and around on this area. Yep, everything else looks all right. Who is stressing? Eduardo? Because he keeps touching water, my bet. I bet he was down here messing with water. We need transfer medium right here. We need a way for this water to touch here. take one of these bottles, and then we'll just dump 200 kilograms in here. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's getting hot. Okay, I think we're fine to let this thing go. Should make some steam out of this room. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. Oh yeah, good. Okay. The cold damage was that it was still detecting carbon dioxide. Pipe is blocked. Plumbing pipe is blocked. Let's put the pipe. Push water in here. That water get pushed in there. Everything's fine. If it's salt water, it's salt water. If it's not, it's not. We do need a way, however. Nope, no, we don't. Because this salt water is going to get drank up, and then it'll be done. And then this should run and really rock the place. 8 cycles. Now we're dealing with milligrams, so we need to be careful. Yeah. We drank up all of that heat. We didn't return anything into the system either. Hopefully it doesn't break it too far. I'm not going to let this thing do crazy stuff. Okay, Artificial Friends is complete, so we are on the way here. We are almost to this robot module, but we don't need that robot module just yet. What we need is our spacefarer cone built. And if you're familiar with Oxygen Not Included, you know that building rockets is actually the name of the game. Nothing else matters other than building rockets. Let's take a look and let's get in iridium. Yep, there we go. Boom. We got a big old bunch of iridium here. Who's suffocating? Okay. Well, they're just cleaning. Probably should get them some masks. All the way back down here. We're gonna put that stereoscope up there. What else can we do? These are working just fine. We got a storage of this, so power is running. Our temperatures are starting to cool off. So we got big cool in this room here. Robominer. Payload opener. So Robominer can like mine a huge area of a huge area of space. I'm gonna dig this one out because I want that, and then this one's on sand, so I'm gonna dig this one out and these two out. Not that one. We're gonna try and keep these handy. That lets I want these things growing naturally because that's half of Frostburgers, right? The other half is Megafrons, our grill here. So we've got frost buns and barbecue, and the only thing we're missing is a way to fertilize, a way to use the fertilizer to create some nat gas. So in refinement here, we have our fertilizer synthesizer, and it takes polluted water, dirt, and phosphorite, and it makes natural gas and fertilizer. Great. We don't usually care about this. You don't usually use these. I don't think you can even use it on any of the stocks here that we currently have. Oh, well, let's mop that up. And close that off. That's closed off. What are you doing out here? We're going to relocate you to, say, here. Yeah, research complete on that one now, too. We could fix these again if we wanted to. Make them look like this. Oh, I never checked here to see if we have a critter condo handy, and we do. Are we just making tons and tons of ice? We are. Minus 18-degree ice, huh? New printable. We got a spigot. Spigot could do some fun stuff for us, but I'm not really trying to do a series run. Here's a grilling booster. Just trying to see where water is. I also feel like I want to put a gold temp shift plate like right here, so that it cools off this one bit of gunk here, and that'll provide a lot of cooling for the rest of the base. Yeah, we're coming down to nothing here. Oh, we can also generate lots of salt, so maybe we open this up and add in a sweeper. So add in a steel sweeper here. I think I could put it here. If I could, that's great, because what I want to do is I would just want to drop it right here, and then it'll get cooled off by the rest of the base. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Now we got salt handled here. Here comes Otto. Got six cycles. Can we do that in the 5 minutes? If I don't slow anything down, I think we'll be fine. We got radiation stuff. We could do some space power if we wanted to. This is our griller. Let's get the grill up and a real quick, just a real quick room to set up for nat gas. I think I want to put it right here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it right here, just so that it goes up and does the thing. So we got our room here, and then we need our refinement. So it's going to be 2 fertilizers. We'll just do the one. It's going to want a bunch of stuff. It wants polluted water and dirt. So we need to feed it polluted water. Do we have any anywhere? We got a line right here. So that line is going to have to come on over here and go right into here. And then I think it has an output. Nope, it doesn't. The output is natural gas and fertilizer. And then we're going to put our gas pump right here. Need a bit of power. Give me all the gunk. And then just a simple, if it's not, or a simple not gate right here, and then up here. I think we're going to put I'm not really certain where we're going to put it. It's going to be in this room here, maybe even right here. We'll put it in here somewhere. But we're going to do a high pressure gas vent and an element sensor here and a not gate. If it's not natural gas, don't let it through. On this one, we're going to have a atmos sensor, and we're just going to watch for pressure. We want it to have a lot of pressure before it starts drinking. This is full, so we are done here. Might as well crack this egg thing and put in a tile. Might as well. I don't really want to remove this Mimica. That's my biggest worry, is I don't want to remove the Mimica. This room isn't big enough anymore. It's also much too hot. How's the base doing? Nisbet, where are you going out there? Got 2 more. You don't even really have to do them. You've gotten all the way out there. Nice. Very nice. We need water. We need a liquid for this. So in plumbing, we have our bottle drainer. And I'm just going to use the bottle drainer right here. We'll drain our liquid into here. That liquid is going to be water, and then we need to figure out a way how to warm this up. Just need enough thrust to get this thing out of here. Choose a blueprint. Science, athletic. Eh. So we can clean this up here, because they're just going to keep running out there to go do that. And I think only a bionic is going to be able to make it. Goatfish, we can put in luras. We can also put in sweatcorn. I guess we can also put in seacomb seeds too. Goldfish can't eat them. Might as well put waterweed seed in there too. Are there any fishes in here? No more fishes in here even. All right, what are we looking at? 3.5 cycles. That'll handle all of the salt. So all the salt will come here and it'll be handled. Maybe I should have them build a line out here. Just all the way across, and that way they are just moving. Yeah. Okay, a bit of water. Apparently we don't have any water to send. All right, so in our plumbing, we are not bottle filling. Oh, nope, no, we are not. There we go, bottle filled. Yeah, oh, a bit of plastic here. I have a solution to this. All right, well, the solution is we're going to do an oxygen mask right here, and then a checkpoint with like, whoop, other way around. Checkpoint, oxygen masks. Then we're going to get a ventilator in here. Oh, don't even need to do that. Gas pipe. Bit of drywall. Bit more masks. Okay. Let's put this priority 5. We want them to do it, but we don't care right now. And then a tile here that's priority 9. What we want them to do is we want them to do this right now so that we can have them going out. Build this. All right. that will force them to have an oxygen suit to go out there. Phew. All right. They're going to go and they're going to pick up that regolith regardless of whether I want them to or not. How are we going to get some hot water in here? Carbon dioxide seems like a better choice. For some reason, I'm at a loss as to not really. I know how I could do this. In refinement, we could just set up a metal refinery, like right here, and then the output would get put into here. No more suffocating. Sweet. I don't think did our research ever get done? What are we looking for? We're still missing advanced research. Need water. That spigot pup is calling to us. Are we filling water in here? Yeah. Quick, somebody empty this so that we can get giant water. There we go. Now we got a big old water. Half a cycle. I can't wait anymore. You're going to have to wait until next episode before we can do this. I guess we're looking at chlorine gas. Half a cycle for this amazing Geotuned. You're waiting for so long. Like, we got so much done in this episode that it's not even funny. Diamond just sitting right here. And the other thing that I can do is I can just put in a knot gate right here and some wire, and they'll be able to reach right here. And then we'll just say if it's not steam, suck it out of here. Cut this wire here. You have no need to go in there. Everything's fine. Great. We're sucking out milligrams. 60 seconds. Take a little look at the temperature over here. Pretty cool. We're trying to push that cold everywhere. This is going to start cooling off too once this starts running. But this is off because we just have a vacuum in here. I ran in here. Don't really want them coming in through here. I'd rather have them come in through here. Clean all this mess up here. Maybe cool the area off. Because we got giant bits of shale just got tons of mass right here. Fossil excavated. Yay, great. Yes. Yes. Here we go, buddy. Look at all that steam. Look at all that steam. That is going to be so much. So the problem is we don't have a pipe. I don't think we have a pipe that's big enough for all of this. I think it's going to try and overpipe it. Only 5 can go. So here, let's cut one of them. This one can chill for the sake of all of the rest of them going. What's going on with the pipe block? You shouldn't be running out of pipe here. Is this stopping for any reason? Just massive amounts of salt. Yeah, so there we go. That's how to use a saltwater geyser to create incredible amounts of energy. And unfortunately, we didn't put any sort of automation on this, so it's just going to chew through this, and I really don't care. It's fine for now. I just wanted to show you that it works. But this is a great way to put a ton of power into it. And one launch gave us all that much power, and we have 55% of our data remaining. So, and then we're collecting all this salt, and then the salt goes into the chlorine vent, and the chlorine vent we can tune up, and whenever it in 12 cycles next episode launches, we'll be able to get chlorine out of it. And then hopefully we can get this little puffed guy. We can get this little puffed guy breeding and making us some carbon or some chlorine, and then we'll get a squeaky puffed, and he'll be able to hang out with this chlorine vent, and everything will be good. We'll have to chill the room down. He doesn't like cold temperatures, so he wants 15 and 55. But he's going to sit right next to this chlorine vent, like, pretty easily. Yay, you got to see it erupt. And just go absolutely crazy. Thank you for joining me. This is Sicarius Dracus Plays, and I hope that you enjoyed my crazy steam crazy steam turbine engine from a salt geyser. Have a great one. See you in the next one. Bye.